So my name is Ian Marks, and I am a rising junior at the University of Notre Dame, majoring in political science and minoring in public policy. My face is likely familiar, and that's because I testified last year before this committee about my experience in the foster care system. In my testimony, however, I felt like I gave an underwhelming explanation about CASA, and I did not fully illustrate the major influence that organization really had in my life. When a child is placed in foster care in New Orleans, they're assigned a CASA worker. I'm not sure if this is true in all of the state, but it should be. My first CASA worker's name was Stephen Hendry, and I met him only a few days after I was placed in foster care in 2011. I started to gradually develop a sense of trust in him over 4 years. He had brought me gifts such as candy, a baseball glove, and even a baseball. Even during my freshman year of high school, around the exam time near Christmas, he got me a dog that I actually still have to this day. He is a Maltipoo. His name is Bobby, and I love him so much. That was the most generous thing anyone has done for me, and I started to develop a sense of normalcy as a foster youth. As a child with an incarcerated father for second-degree murder and a deceased mother, all I wanted was to live a normal life. Unfortunately, my CASA worker passed in 2015, and then I received another CASA worker named Karen Buck. I talked about Karen Buck in my testimony from last year. She encouraged me to explore different colleges and to apply for scholarships. And because of her, I became a Posse finalist and received a full scholarship to the University of Notre Dame.
Good job.
If not for her, I would not be at Notre Dame today, and I would not be who I am. Before I aged out, CASA even gave me the supplies needed for Notre Dame, like notebooks and a mini fridge. CASA has gave me a sense of normalcy, helped me get a full ride to college, the tools for college, and so much more. However, some kids don't have CASAs. I was lucky to have two great ones. An investment in CASA is one of the best investments you really can make. I would like to harken back to a year ago. I originally testified last year about my experience in foster care with two other people in the FYI program. When my fellow FYIs and I testified about extending the age of foster care from 18 to 21, you passed a limited extended care bill. 1 year later today, you are now close to passing an extensive and comprehensive extended foster care bill that allows you to continue utilizing the foster care system's resources to gently ease into independent living and easier access to higher education. Thank you so much for listening to all three of us. You can tell that we've all had our own stories. And thank you so much for acting. Seeing the progress you've made in a simple year was something to come back to. I was very surprised and couldn't be more delighted. And finally, thank you for believing in us.